Thanks for staying with us. It's still iBrand Daybreak, and definitely the conversation continues. Now, the Zamfara state government has suspended the Emir of Benin, Yandoto of Shafi local government area, Aliyu Marafa, for conferring a chieftaincy title to a notorious bandit leader. Secretary to the state government Kabiru Sadauna announced the suspension in a statement on Sunday. Aliyu was turbaned as Sarkin Fulani, that is, the chief of Fulani of Yandoto Emirates by the Emir. News of the turbaning ceremony along with photos went viral, generating outcry and outrage. Eyewitness report states that several bandit group leaders and lieutenants arrived at the venue of the occasion on several motorbikes to celebrate with Aliyu during his turbaning. A source said the decision to make the bandits' leader a chief was aimed at finding lasting peace in Shafi and the Yandoton Daji Emirates and other areas that were regularly attacked by the Aliyu-led gang. Now, joining us to discuss this is Dr. Dayo Kayode, a political technocrat who joins us via the phone. Dr. Dayo, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for your time.
Good to have you join us, Dr. D.
Yeah, how are you today? I hope you enjoyed the nice weather of today.
Yes, we are. Thank you. Well, what are your thoughts on this? First, let's start with the turbaning of this bandit leader, Aliyu. What do you make of the move by the, traditional ruler?
You see, immediately I read the news, I think last weekend. In fact, I say, yes, this is a confirmation of my statement as regards complicity of Nigerian leadership, as regards insecurity in this country. Complicity of Nigerian leadership has been headed by President Muhammadu Buhari, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. What do I mean? What temerity has that traditional ruler to turban a notorious leader of a terrorist group? What temerity has the governor of that particular state to have allowed such a thing to happen in his state? Because there's no way the governor will tell me that he's not privy to it. If he said he's not privy to it, then let him resign as the chief security officer of the state. 3. What temerity has the president of Nigeria, Mr. Muhammadu Buhari, not to have made a statement since then up till now?
But you are still.
Listen to me. Let me finish. Let me finish this narration, please. Let me finish this narration. Let me finish this narration, please. One more point. What temerity has the chief of staff, chief of army staff, not to have the SSS, the DSS, not to have arrested all these people because they were there, they were also there to give him moral support. Why? Who among them has been arrested? What has happened? What has also happened to the leader that was so bad? So these are issues that we need to look at to stand up my statement as regards complicity of Nigerian leadership as to insecurity that we are experiencing in Nigeria.
Yes, I was wondering why you're still putting the blame at the doorstep of the government, considering the fact that the governor just made the move to sack the traditional ruler.
Listen, it is beyond the sacking of the traditional ruler. It is beyond the sacking. The sacking there is not an issue to me. It is not an issue. Why will that governor allow such an activity to take place within the state? He should resign. He wants to tell me that he's not aware. He should resign.
So are you insinuating that he was aware before the move was made?
The national ruler has been suspended. As the leader of that terrorist group been arrested, those people that came to felicitate with him, have they been arrested? These are issues. Let the governor go and sit down. These are issues. These are people that have been killing. These are people that have been maiming. These are people that have scattered a lot of families. So what are we talking about? These are people that have killed our Nigerian army. And you refuse to arrest any of them. You say you are sacking the traditional traditional ruler. If the traditional ruler that you are attacking, they are behind, you will be congratulating him.
Okay.
Who are you deceiving? In Yoruba, they will say time the Baba Sheikh that is, who is it that doesn't know how to put meat in the mouth and then the thing will disappear there? It should stop all that bull and cock story as regards suspension of that Emir.
Okay, Dr. Dyer, while it may not necessarily be, on the same scale, but there's always the motive of, bringing back repentant insurgents, into the society after going through, rehabilitation and what have you. We've seen that with Boko Haram insurgents over the years. Now, the question will be this. The motive behind this, according to, the traditional ruler, is to find lasting peace, to come about, to bring about, rather, lasting peace to the community. Do you think now that the issue of, incorporating repentant insurgents back into the society plays a part in this, instance?
Have we not seen the consequences of that incorporation of all those insurgents into our society?
But it's still ongoing.
Can we remove the hands? Listen, something. Can you remove the hands of those that have been incorporated back from that Kuje prison,
attack?
Brick? Can you remove it? In terms of giving information, as regards that prison, in terms of giving information to those that are coming, as regards when the normally change gas, as regards where the files are kept, as regards where those that are kept in the prison are. So what's the point? Listen, what's the point of even telling them that they are repentant terrorists? Those that have killed your soldiers, those that have raped your citizens, those that have deprived your people of safety, those that have deprived your people of human of their livelihood. So what are you talking about? If you are not their sponsors, definitely you it's okay. Let me give you this analogy.
Okay.
Somebody who has been coming to that your studio there, causing a lot of infractions to everybody and disrupting your economic activities every time. And you are now saying that person has now repented. You want to employ such a person into your organization. Where is that done? Where is that done? Let the president think alright. I have said it. Security in this country, to ensure security in this country, is beyond changing service chiefs and it's beyond buying to Kano jet. Rather, the president himself, as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, must change his philosophy as regards insecurity in this country. Changing the philosophy in terms of, yes, I am the president. Before I leave in the next few months, I want to ensure security in the country. I want to leave a secure country behind. Then let us wrap all these people together, put them in jail, punish them, ensure that they are being dealt with accordingly. Then we'll be able to see a secured nation.
So what would you have suggested as the move that the government should have made, especially since you say that you believe he was aware that the traditional ruler was going to make that, move?
Yes, the governor supposed to have get all those people rounded up at that particular ceremony. Because if you are able to round those people up and then keep them somewhere, that will be minus those numbers. Because 1,000-mile journey, the moment you take a step, it's not but 1,000-mile journey. It has reduced by one step. So if that governor and the president and security and our security chiefs have rounded those people up and then keep them somewhere, it will have removed those people from the number of the terrorists that are disturbing us. But now they have done what they wanted to do, and they are back to their basics, happy that yes, this is another stand they have done. And to that extent, that will keep on encouraging them. Because why? They have the backing of our leaders.
Okay, on a broader, scale now, will you? I still have to go back to the issue of incorporating repentant insurgents back into the, into the society as a form of peacemaking and rehabilitation and all of that. In the fight against insurgency in this nation, will you still subscribe that that act should, keep being implemented, or it should be scrapped, and the heavy hand should be dealt with in terms of dealing with the bandits or terrorists as they were?
I will also put a question to you. Will you want to make peace with somebody who had caused problems for you in the past? Will you want to make peace with somebody who have been coming to your house to steal, to kidnap, to rape, to cause mayhem within your community? Will you be comfortable to deal with such people? I'm also putting it across to you. If you are saying yes, then I'm also saying yes. But let me tell you this. No matter, look at the South Africans alone that came to Nigeria as mercenaries for us. They couldn't wait. Because there are saboteurs. People were sabotering their efforts. The Americans, the same thing. Do you understand? If we are serious, we wouldn't be doing that. Let me also take you back to, I think, a year or 2 years ago, when a single American was kidnapped, I think somewhere around Mali or so, and then brought to our country. The Americans, they said, we want our citizens alive. And right from from America there, they sent their people there. And that person was rescued. That is a serious nation. That is a serious leader. That's a serious set of people. Why can't we also regulate that? If only we are serious people. If not because it is we ourselves that are inflicting on unnecessary hardship on ourselves. So, my brother, I wouldn't subscribe to bringing these people back to the society.
Okay.
Because there's no way you can remove that their stupid ideological content out of them. There's no way. It's already there. And the moment you bring them back, they be pretending as if they are repentant, but we will still be giving information to those of them outside to be able to unleash more men on the people. So the government should realize that and rejig their strategies as regards fighting insecurity within our nation.
Okay, if the terrorists have been ideologically conditioned, to think and the way they are and act the way they do, shouldn't we then wage a total war on them? But it's the northwest, not the northeast, and banditry has been gazetted as terrorism. So shouldn't we have another war front in that sense, in terms of trying to wipe them out from that region?
You see, something I have said it. You and I cannot go there and wipe them out because we don't have the backing of the authority. Even the authorities were even telling the locals that are fighting them, so you must not kill them.
Okay.
Why they are not telling them not to kill you? So, in essence, what I'm saying is this: the president must change his philosophy. Say, not until when he is decisive. Not until when he stops all this his vacuous statement as regards insecurity. Not until when he realizes that, listen, these are the people that I swore to give meaningful livelihood. Not until when he realizes that we can't get to anywhere. You cannot wage war against them because it got over possible to release the whatever you blow into the trumpet is what the trumpet will blow out for you. The instructions that he gives to the service chiefs is what they will follow. The other time when he was talking about service chiefs changing, I said, no, Mr. President, it's not about changing the service chiefs, no. Because you are the ones giving them instructions. Not until when you change the kind of instruction you are giving to them.
Doctor, do you seem to believe that?
Look at the IGP that was asked to go to Bandit the other time. He didn't go. He didn't go.
Doctor, do you seem to believe that this federal government is complicit?
So what are you talking about?
I don't know if you can hear me.
What are you talking about?
Dr. D.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay, so
I'm hearing you, Omobolale.
I was saying you seem to believe that this federal government is complicit when it comes to handling this terrorist, especially when you look at the terrorist sympathizers, people like Sheikh Gumi, who have been interacting with the terrorists, people like Mama Taraba, who has also been interacting with the terrorists. And now this particular move by the traditional ruler in Zamfara state. What are some of the moves that you think that the federal government can take to ensure to change the narrative? Because a lot of Nigerians, like you, believe that this federal government is handling this case with kids' gloves.
The federal government and our leaders will not change the narrative. Because I think there was a day I defined terrorism on that platform for you, and one of the variables within that definition is terrorists go around to scare people away, I want you to underline that scare people. The more they scare you and I, the more we will become subjected to these so-called leaders' hegemony. Because they don't want you and I to go about with our economic activities. Because they know the moment we are able to feed ourselves, the moment we have enough money on our hands, we'll be able to challenge them. They will not want you and I to go to school, so that we will not be educated. Because the more we are educated, the more we are exposed, and the more understanding we have, the more enlightened we become.
So if you say the federal government cannot change the narrative,
so
who
they are
can?
not using all these terrorists. Look at it. You know, I was always saying that our leaders, both traditional and religious, some of them is giving us a religious leader. Look at the traditional leader now. Look at that traditional leader now. There are also some economic leaders. How about those people that are the guru, the change people the other side that were listed? What has happened to them? So we have economic leaders, traditional leaders, religious leaders, political leaders that are joining hands together to cause insecurity in this country. There is something you and I can do about it.
Yes, Dr. D.
When these people,
if you would allow me come in here.
When you and I continue to say the truth, to these people, and to let them know that we know their tricks, we know what they are trying to do to us, and we know why they are doing this thing. Then we will not be able to force them to change the narrative.
So are you saying we the people, Dr. D, are you saying we the people are the ones that can change the narrative and not those at the helm of affairs?
By telling them the truth. Listen, the people in that state now, the people in that state supposed to attract that governor himself. They're supposed to occupy.
Really? In Nigeria? Dr. D, are you still talking about Nigeria? The people can sack a governor?
People to listen, I'm getting angry now. It is enough time for us with people to emerge ourselves. Because when the people refuse to get themselves emancipated, they will be perpetually emaciated.
All right.
It is appalling for such a thing to happen in that community, and the governor is there, the president is there. It is a shame.
We know you just painted the picture of an ideal situation, the way a country should be structured, that the people are able, have the power, the capacity to sack a governor who is not performing his roles as he should. But of course, there's a journey to take from where we are to that ideal situation. But we'll just leave it there, Dr. D. Thank you so much for your take on the show this morning.
Thank you very much.
And have a good day.
Thanks for
all right, we've been speaking with Dr. Dayo Kaya, the political technocrat, talking to us about this move by the traditional ruler in Zamfara state that, gave a chieftaincy title to a leader of a terrorist group. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll talk money. Don't go anywhere.